each episode we do starts out with like your stories from the field, and then we talk
Hmm.
about it a little bit. So, what's your story today?
So I was thinking about a client that we brought on
Hmm.
that they were expanding and they wanted to get a second office open. It was only a block away. And the challenge for them was how are we going to be able to access our files from this second office?
And this is where I always say we should have a swipe, do 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 do. IT without the bullsh.
That's
Well,
right. IT without the bullshit. When we hit the big time, sir,
when will that be?
working on it.
All right, so you have a guy and he's got an office and he's putting one
Mhm.
down. Now, it's an easy answer, so I don't mean to cut the. I know we have to like do a video, but you just take the wire and you just run it down the street.
Yeah, just run it, just tape it down on the ground.
Click. Is that how you do it, sir?
Exact. No, no,
No,
that's not how it's done.
can't run it in the street. Cars will
Yeah.
run it over, eventually get frayed.
I'm
So
not going to lie. Actually, just a quick story, and I'll
yeah.
make this one really quick. Uh, Early in my career, I actually worked with a place that had done exactly that. They ran a fiber optic line across the street, underneath the ground, and connected a second
Well,
building.
under the ground though, right?
Underground, yes, they trenched it and they ran it,
Oh,
and
that's
it was great until a construction company cut right through it.
cut it. And then can't
Yeah.
they just tape it back up? Maybe make it into a boat, and
It did
then
not work. And in fact, hold on, I have the piece of pipe. You're not going to believe this. Hold on. I have the piece of pipe still.
we just lost 1 million viewers while you went to get the
This is the
what?
piece of pipe
Oh wow,
that they
that's
literally cut
awesome. Why
through.
do you keep
And
that?
it's
Is
a bit dusty, but it
oh,
says
see, IT without the bullshit.
this is literally where they cut through that.
It's
And
awesome,
I
man.
mounted it on this little plaque.
So even if they trench it right, not a good idea.
Yeah, it wasn't marked. So the years later, they went to do some construction and somebody cut right through it.
Well, how come my
So,
internet don't work no more?
yeah.
So the better way is for them to ping it out to the internet and then zap it a block ahead and then ping it back. But they got to engineer that, correct?
Yeah,
By the way,
that's
for
correct.
you viewers, ping is the technical term for sending a transmission through the internet and getting it back.
Close enough.
And so, what did they do?
So what they did is we used what's called a VPN.
Okay.
And a VPN stands for virtual private network.
I see ads for VPNs all the time.
Yes.
Why do people want to sell me a VPN?
Uh, VPNs are used to secure your connection so that it cannot be viewed by outside entities.
Got it. So I've never downloaded anything illegal. I wouldn't do that because it's illegal. But if I were to do something
That's smart.
illegal, to like download a free movie illegally from a site like Pirate Bay, which I wouldn't do because it's wrong,
We
and
would
they
never.
and they took Pirate Bay down. But anyway, besides that, and there's like a derivative of Pirate Bay, they took that down too. So those things, but if I were to do them, it would be good to do it through a private network because then the government can't see what I'm up to. Is that correct?
The government, your internet service provider,
Right.
just hackers, sure.
So if I'm in this tunnel, no
Yeah.
one can be like, "What's he up to? Is he getting something illegal? Is he getting the ORN
Mm-hmm.
pay?" No, we don't know. He's in a VPN, right? All right. So that they had to make a VPN. Now, where does the VPN start and where does it end?
So a VPN needs two endpoints. There's gateway to gateway, which means it's a firewall to firewall, and we've talked about firewalls in the past, or it
Mm-hmm.
can be from a firewall to a device, meaning a laptop or a computer. Typically, the most common configurations are two offices that are connected together, which was this scenario, or maybe somebody's operating remotely, maybe like a salesperson or something like that. They can connect in, and
Okay.
it's usually just a couple of clicks. It's all password protected. Um,
Where
but to
does this
complicate,
live? Where does the network? Where does this VPN live? So like basically we're digging some kind of secure connection on the internet, but like where does that configuration occur?
well, it's created with the software that's on your computer and the software that's on the firewall. It's not a physical thing. It's
Got
it's
it.
a it's a program.
Gotcha.
And
So it's
it,
software on the firewall, and on your
Mhm.
computer, we go, "Hey, firewall, we want to let a super secret person in.
Right.
Open the bridge. We're letting the VPN in. Yes, sir, sir,
Yeah.
yes, sir. March, march, march." Like that?
It's like the secure red phone that's on the president's desk. It's,
I've been
yeah.
watching a lot of, clones, Attack of the Clones. So that I have a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
Star Wars stuff. Let them in, march, march. Anyway, okay, red phone, yeah, I got it. So then it gets all configured, and then how did that help your company?
So with this company, the other part of the puzzle was they were just storing their documents on a workstation, and they
Oh,
kind of rigged it up so that somebody could share those files. Uh, but as their business was growing, they knew they needed to get a server. Right? We've talked again in the past about that. They were getting the 20, 30 employees, and so they needed to house the file. So we got them a server, and to make sure that both offices could connect, we installed proper firewalls that established a VPN. So regardless of which office they were at, they could access all the files on the server. And to the server, they were all sitting in the same office. It didn't know, it didn't really care. And it really made it so anybody could work from either office.
and what we probably need to talk about real briefly is so they make their office over there, and then we got our office over here, and everybody
Mm-hmm.
has firewalls because, as we've talked before, firewalls are what protects the castle from the invaders getting in.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have two firewalls, and I believe they have to both be configured to accept a connection.
That's correct.
Sir, I'd like to leave the compound. Sir, yes, sir, you're leaving the compound. I'm a VPN and I'm traveling a block away. Actually, I'm traveling to the internet and then back through this machine, and now I'm at the new firewall. Sir, yes, sir, I'm from a block up the street. Can I come in? You may. Let's see your license.
That's right. What's the password?
It's a password. It's
And do you have the key?
it's Mr. Mixelplick. All right, come on in. March, march, march. I've got important data. What is it? Ah, it's just porn. Anyway, so that's a VPN. That's
No,
it.
they did manufacturing. So,
So anyway, but that's it. That's how a VPN works, basically.
yeah, and so it goes back and forth, and it's simply designed to extend a network beyond its physical limitations.
Boom. Very simple. So if you
Yeah.
move and your IT guy's like, we need some radar because there is microwavables, right?
Mm. Yeah.
I'm on such a la la land. And then there's trenchables. We're gonna trench it up. Like, well, I saw some guy on the internet and he kept a very muddy pipe. And they'll say what I said. Why did he keep that pipe? And they'll all go, we do not know, sir. Nope. Nobody knows.
The
And
trophy that
right.
I got
And
through that
and
experience.
so what we've learned is the best way to connect two offices is a VPN. And we learned really what a VPN is. It's just a private connection between two entities.
Hmm.
It goes out on the internet and it's encrypted in between firewalls. Is that correct?
Hmm. Yes, that's true.
I feel like we've learned a lot today, Adam. Thank you so much for sharing everything. And then we have to work on our parting lines like tally ho or keep away from the bullsh.
That's right. Bullsh happens.
Bullsh happens.